All right, how's it going, guys? It's Breakout Bag Lunch. Today is February 17th, 2026, and we're looking at the second green day in a row. Second green day of this week, and we're up $273.06. I've been applying the lessons I learned from that disastrous trading day on Friday, and so far it seems to be paying off. I was able to realize this profit through two trades. One was a losing trade, but one was a nice winning trade. So I'll go over those trades and talk about next steps from here. I'm going to start with higher time frame analysis. I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart. And as you can see here, we're kind of just consolidating. There isn't really a strong trend, although you can make the argument that we are in a bit of a downtrend. We're making lower highs and lower lows. So you have a high and a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, etc. I did note in my analysis that this area here, around 6,812, is where we had a little bit of a bounce. And also this level here is actually the same level. I'll just mark that here with a rectangle. Had it marked in Thinkorswim, but just not on Topstep. And actually, I had this level marked from Friday, but it just happened to react today. Twice, actually. In terms of VWAP, we did make a move below VWAP in the overnight trading session, and just before pre-market we did have a bounce up. Notice how we had this bounce below this area of support, and then we had a bounce above VWAP. So just with the bearish market structure and the fact that we had a bullish move up, the market was kind of giving mixed signals at this point, to be honest. So I was thinking there would be a likelihood that we could go either way in terms of an up move or a down move. The trades themselves were just based on setups that I've talked about many times before. They're kind of my bread and butter at this point. Just modifications of the opening range breakout, essentially. If you look here at 9:30... this should actually be a little bit further up. 9:35, we had a break of the 5-minute opening range. So I waited for a retest to this fib area, which is also VWAP. I'll redraw the rectangle in this direction. Up until this point here, we'd had a move up from VWAP and a move to this golden pocket, which we rejected. I got in a trade here because we had a bounce from VWAP, one confluence, bounce from 50% retracement, second confluence, and the third confluence was our bullish break of the 5-minute opening range. This trade didn't work out, unfortunately, but I was able to keep the risk low because I entered at a decent price. I gotten along at 68.33. No, actually, I got in at 68.41, which is right here. But then I exited at the break below the 5-minute opening range. And then we had this move downward, this aggressive move downward. And at this point, I was not looking to get in any short entries until we had the retest of VWAP, and along with some other confluences that would be in favor of a bearish trade. So in terms of the bearish setup, what I did was I just waited until we had a retest of VWAP, and also had a retest of this golden pocket, along with the fact that we had a bearish break that made 3 confluences for me to enter a short. Entered the short at 6827.5. So a little bit below the fib zone. I probably should have entered at 68.29. This would have been a little bit better entry, but that's okay. And just based on a retrospective, I decided to put my take profit area a little bit further out than I usually would. Now, typically, I like to trade like a 1-to-1, just based on the size of the opening range, I should say. In this case, the opening range was about 20 points. But instead of just taking a 20-point profit, I waited until we got near the low of day, which was about 25, 26 points. So this was a really good trade. A beautiful, picture perfect setup. Now, originally I did have my take profit area at 6796.75, which would have been the previous low at the time. But I just wanted to get out and take the profit, which I suppose was a mistake in retrospect. But in terms of improvement, at least I let the trade breathe a little bit and I was able to catch some more profit. Small improvements and improvements over time are what's important at the end of the day. I also made sure to stick to the limit orders instead of market orders to get better entries for my trades, which I think really made a difference today. And in terms of the Apex account, I did not trade that today. I might honestly just wait until I'm able to get a payout on Topstep before trading on that account again. I got the Apex account on sale, so the monthly fee is super low. In other words, I'm not really worried about letting the account stay dormant for a while. I might take a trade on the Apex account if we can get a nice move up, well, which we kind of already did, but then if we can get like a retest of a VWAP here and then moving back into the golden pocket. But that's definitely not something I'm actively looking for. That's more so if that's something I see on the charts, then I might take the trade on the Apex. I am not taking any more trades on this Topstep account for the day. As I mentioned in the video I posted on Friday, I am taking 2 trades at most and then walking away. So far, that seems to be working pretty well, and I hope I can continue this positive momentum into the end of the week and request a payout. I think that's all I have for today. If you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, please let me know. But if not, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I might publish another video later today. Not sure yet, but in any case, we'll talk tomorrow to review the trades for that day. All right, bye everybody.